And it seems like we are now about to cross over for just a moment to Laban Cliff on Serio for an update this afternoon. Laban, do tell us where you are and also what's happening. Oh, it does look like you are at the Jubilee headquarters. Tell us, what is the latest?
We have been waiting for an update from Jubilee for a while, Laban. What's happening?
Thanks, Larry. Thanks, Smriti. We're coming to you from the Kenyatta International Conference Center, right at the basement. Just to give you a sense, it's really a press center. And you remember earlier on we had the party Secretary General, that's Raphael Tuju, mentioning that maybe they moved here due to the parking spaces and kind of just the whole accessibility area of the Kenyatta International Conference Center. This is basically a press room. I know you like to do this. I also have screens here, by the way. Just to give you a sense, we have kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 media stations. Of course, yes, we are still following you and getting to understand what's happening in studio. So we're tuned into all media stations, of course, just to get a sense of what is happening on the ground. These are basically journalists who are sitting here, and of course you can see some of them have been here since last night, with some of them going home just to change about 3 o'clock, just to follow the proceedings that are taking place right here at the Jubilee Party Press Center, I should say, for this moment. So but basically the stage, it's been quite a bit cold for the past few hours. The last briefing we had was about 8 o'clock in the morning, and we don't have an indication of when's the next time we'll have Raphael Tuju come on this stage to speak to Kenyans. Of course, we have a lot of questions lined up for the Jubilee Party, but at this sense, what we're getting on the ground is that we do not have any comment from them, and they will all want to speak later on once we have a conclusive report. But Larry, Smriti, something very interesting here is, as you drive down coming towards the Kenyatta International Conference Center, you notice there's somewhat preparations ongoing, and they're more like security officials. Seems like the Jubilee Party is kind of taking over this premise and some of setting up for an event, as we were told. It's a question that was posed to Raphael Tuju, but I know he did not want to comment on that. But of course, we'll keep you updated with, well, are they perhaps setting up for a celebration for that matter? But those are details we'll have to confirm once he comes up on stage. Over to you.
All right, many thanks. That is Laban Cliff from Serio at Jubilee headquarters. You know, I have to ask this, Laban. It appears very empty behind you, but like you said, they look to be setting up for something major. What do you think is going to happen?
I'm just giving you a sense of what is. Remember, this is a press center. Basically, these are all my colleagues in the industry. So not quite empty, I must say. Perhaps the seats are empty, but the cameras are all here. They're all set up and standby, getting to know what's going to take up on place. But this is the basement, remember, of the Kenyatta International Conference Center. This is a whole big facility. Now, notice this, and maybe perhaps the next thing we're going to go outside. The setup I'm talking about is right at the entrance of the Kenyatta International Conference Center, where, of course, there are 2 big screens that have been set up, of course, with chairs and a tent that has been put out there. So, of course, and what we're meant to understand is that right at the top on the ground floor, there's some of an open area for the Jubilee Party, perhaps looking towards hosting a few more guests. So, Larry, you notice I'm being very careful with my words here, and just all these are questions that we'll be posing on to Jubilee Party. Of course, the team will be coming in for a press briefing. But as this moment, the seats here might be empty, as you're saying, but I kid you not, journalists is just hovering around and making sure that we do not miss any of the deliberations taking place here.
All right, Laban, thanks very much. Coming to us from the Jubilee Press Center there at the Kenyatta International Conference Center, where Jubilee has set up its own tallying center. No word yet from NASA, but as we mentioned last, we heard from Ken Majungu, the NASA leaders are in meeting.